Yes, yes. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is so good to have you all here. It's so good to see you all. Thank you for being here and being here on time. You can feel free to shout yourself out in the chat. Let us know where you're connecting in from. Let us know what brings you here, why you're interested in learning how to make 2026 your best year ever without a vision board, without hustle, without grinding, without telling God what you want, and even without guessing and doing things the traditional way. I don't want to take too much time with preambles. I want to jump in so that I can give you this powerful information and show you all that is possible. So again, we are here for this webinar, How to Manifest Your Best Year Ever without a vision board, hustle, or guessing what you want. So right here and right now, you're just 6 weeks away. 6 weeks away from starting to create your best year ever, even if this year has felt like a total mess. So let me show you how you can take the spiritual shortcut to success, health, joy, and money without rigid goal planning and setting, without manifestation rituals that never work or haven't worked for you. And so what I'm going to show you is my four-phase process: vision, dream, nourish, and grow. We're going to talk about how you can make next year, 2026, your most prosperous year ever, both mentally, spiritually, and financially. And that's without manifestation lists, that's without vision boards, just real results. Now, if you've ever felt like the goal-setting world wasn't built for you, you're right. This tool right here that I'm going to show you, this is for spiritual seekers. What I'm going to show you, this is for the radiant rebels. Shout out if you consider yourself a radiant rebel. This is for neurodivergent dreamers who want success your way, not the way they say it has to be. And so I have some good news for you today. You're not lazy. You're just done with the rigid, soul-sucking systems that haven't worked for you and actually don't work with your genius. You want success and you want alignment, but you want it with spirit. And guess what? There's a better way. There's a softer, more powerful way that I'm going to show you today. So who am I and why should you listen to me? Well, hey, I'm Pastor Greg, the co-founder of Celebration Spiritual Center. I'm also the creator of the Multimanifestor platform, coaching platform, and app. And I've helped thousands of people to date, spiritual-minded people, to create real-life miracles in their own lives without vision boards and without hustling. I'm a pastor, I'm a prosperity teacher, and a spiritual mentor. And I've created the Best Year Ever course, which has helped hundreds of people to manifest real results. What I love to say about myself, my secret sauce is that I help neurodivergent and spiritual folks manifest a more prosperous life without doing it the neurotypical way, because I believe that happiness, radiant health, success, and money is the birthright of every living soul. Now, there was a time I was struggling. I was stuck. I was doing everything right, but I still wasn't getting the results that I wanted. And I found myself wanting to create something for myself that would allow me to make the rest of my year and the year to come better than it had ever been before. See, the truth, just like you, I wasn't lazy, but I was misaligned. Spirit was trying to get my attention. It was trying to guide me, but I just wasn't listening. I felt the pressure to perform. I felt the pressure to plan and to be perfect and to do it the way that I had been told to do it or the way I had read and they said that it's supposed to work for me, but it wasn't. I tried all the productivity hacks only to end up burnt out and frustrated. I didn't need more lists. What I needed was more clarity. And it was at that point that I heard the whisper of the still small voice within me. Let me show you. It was at that point that I stopped planning and I started listening. And that's when the miracles began. I let go of my plan and I tuned into a higher vision. And out of that process and out of my own success, that's what led me to create a 6-week process to uncover the vision, to uncover this higher vision, this divine plan. It worked for me. And I invited some other folks to join me on that journey. It worked for them. And over again, for over a decade, it has continued to work for so many others. So let me show you. This is the spiritual shortcut. This is the spiritual shortcut to complete prosperity without hustle, without hype, without grinding, and yes, even without a vision board. And they're just three simple steps that you want to keep in mind that you can start using today to move yourself in that direction. Step one, get the vision. Not your wish list, not a bunch of hopes, but a divine plan. Step two, get clear. You must clear out the mental clutter. You must detox your mind of doubt, fear, and misalignment. And step three, grow. Grow into this vision in a spirit-led, joy-infused way, using action steps, but always infusing it with the energy of joy and keeping spirit at the center. So let's talk about step one, the vision. The vision that was waiting for you to simply stop and listen. If you want 2026 to be your best year ever, before you do anything, you must receive the vision. And it's not just making it up. It's not just guessing. It's not just listening. It's not just, oh, this is what people say I'm supposed to have, or this is what I'm supposed to do, or this is what I'm supposed to have at this age, or this is what I'm supposed to want because this is what the sign and symbol of success is. Visioning is a spiritual practice. It's not goal setting. I love to say sometimes that visioning is sort of like spiritual brainstorming, but you're listening to the higher voice within you. Some would call it God. You don't have to call it God. Whatever that name that feels good to you, your higher wisdom, your higher knowing, you're listening to that voice to tap into what is next for you to do because your higher self already knows the next step. And when you align with the divine vision, then everything begins to flow. Now, step two is incredibly important because while you're tapping into the vision, what may happen is all of the thoughts of fear, doubt, and worry, all of the thoughts of the past, all of the thoughts of your old mistakes, all of the thoughts where I've tried this before and it didn't work for me. I'm already hearing what you're saying, PG, but this sounds like stuff I've done before. How is this going to be different for me? And so this is why you have to have a detox process. You have to clear the mental clutter because that's actually what's blocking your blessings. That's what's blocking your progress. You can't receive new good while holding on to old junk and mentally or emotionally. So this is why we read the 30-day mental diet to detox your mind. One of the things that's interesting about our physical diet, you all may know this, you can't out exercise your diet. So many times I see people, the first thing that they want to do when they're like, I want to release weight is they go to the gym. The first thing you should do if you want to release weight is to change your eating because you can work out and people do it all the time. They sweat and they run and they lift weights and they do all of these things, but they haven't addressed their diet. And that's what actually matters. What's so powerful about this, that means that even if you're injured, as long as you continue to keep a low calorie intake, you will still lose weight without doing the exercise. If that is true with your physical body, it is also true with your spiritual body. It is also true with your mind. And so it is important that you have a process to refocus your mind, to start to use this spiritual diet to feed yourself the right type of calories and the right amount of calories so that you're not out here doing what many people do. You're doing all the manifestation lists and you're all got a list of affirmations and you're doing all this other stuff, which is the equivalent of exercising, but you haven't dealt with your mental diet. This releases the fears, it releases the doubt, it releases the scarcity, shame, and guilt. And then it makes space for new thoughts, new energy, and new possibilities. Step three, grow into the person that can receive it all. Once you see it, once you have the vision, once you clear the way with a mental detox, it's time to grow into the version of you who actually lives the vision. Because here's a news flash for you. The process of manifestation is not a process of getting or acquiring things. The process of manifestation and making 2026 your best year ever is a process of becoming. Now, I don't know why, but it's just true. For some reason, humans don't see this or think about this, and yet we understand it in the natural world, right? We understand that an apple seed, it can become an apple tree, and it can become an apple tree that manifests apple blossoms, and it can become an apple tree that manifests apples that also contain seeds, and those seeds can be planted and ultimately create an orchard. But we all know that that seed has to change. That seed has to transform. But somehow when it comes to manifestation, I don't care what it is that you want, money, house, car, a lover, to take a trip around the world, somehow we want to stay the same. But we want to have the demonstration. We want to have the manifestation. Just as it is true that that apple seed cannot stay the same in order to become what's inside of it, the potential of what's inside of it. Similarly, your best year ever, it lives within you already. The potential of it is inside of you. But you must, like the seed, go into the ground. You must, like the seed, release that outer shell, that outer experience of who you were and who you think you are, so that you can transform into what was always inside of you. So this is what this growing is about. You'll become an idea machine fueled with divine inspiration, because once you tap into this idea of the vision, you will continue this process because you want to make sure that you're listening to the higher wisdom within you, not the wisdom of the world, not in truth the fear of the world, I should say so-called wisdom of the world. And then you'll turn the vision that you create, because I take you through a process of creating a 6-month vision, but it's a flexible document that you create because, again, this is spirit led. And so where you start, what you write on day one, it's going to change, it's going to morph, and you're going to continue to mold and be molded into the thing that you're becoming. Again, just like the seed goes through so many stages even before it breaks through the ground. And finally, out of this growth process, there's no more forcing. There's simply flowing with aligned action. So let me recap 3 steps, very simple. If you want a life that feels free, prosperous, and aligned, this is the way. It is a simple yet life-altering flow. Step 1, receive your divine vision. Step 2, mental detox, clear the mental clutter. Step 3, grow with your divine assignment. Now, can I help you make 2026 your best year ever? I would love to be in your corner. I would love to be in your ear. I would love to be the one that is cheering you on and celebrating you and guiding you. And so I've created a step-by-step process to walk you through this very simple process. This is something that I created over a decade ago. And I've invited folks in that initial time to join me. They had amazing success. And since that time, I've invited hundreds of others that have continued to have success as well. So would it be okay if I took 10 minutes to just tell you about what this step-by-step course is all about? This isn't a pitch. This is simply a spiritual invitation. And if what I've shared resonates, then this course is for you. You'll feel it in your spirit and you'll know that it's yours. Just give me a thumbs up. You can give me a yes, yes in the chat. Let me know if I can share this information with you. I see thumbs up. Yes, yes. I see the okays. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Beautiful. Inside of the Best Year Ever course, one of the most powerful tools you'll get are my guided visioning sessions. Visioning isn't just meditation, although it is a meditative process. It's divine communication. And I walk you through every second of it. I break down for you what the process is, why it works. It's not something that's mysterious. It's not some type of special magic, but all of us have the ability to tap into higher wisdom that's within us, right? Not some being outside of us, higher wisdom that's within us that we're connected to. And that's what this process supports you in doing. And so you get to hear your divine calling without second guessing. You get to feel peace, clarity, and deep inner confirmation. And you'll discover a higher path, not just a to-do list. Imagine, if you will, being able to wake up every day knowing exactly where you're going because you're clear about the vision and you're clear about what you felt inside. You're clear about what you heard inside of yourself. You're clear about the picture that you saw or just the little nudge that you received. Imagine what it would feel like to be truly free in mind, body, and spirit. Imagine being able to feel calm instead of anxious, to be able to follow a path designed just for you. Imagine looking back 6 months from now and saying, wow, I'm actually living it. Well, this is what real people that have taken the Best Year Ever class are absolutely experiencing and have experienced it. Real people, real miracles, real prosperity. And I just want to share a couple stories with you. I wish I could share more, but I don't want to take up all of your time. But let these stories show you what's possible when you say yes to spirit. One student, she shared that she received an unexpected $2,000. And at the time, she said, I've never experienced a money manifestation before. I always hear people talking about they manifested money and unexpected money, this, and you hear all this idea of prosperity is happiness, radiant health, success, and money. But she hadn't experienced the money. Well, she did through this course. Unexpected $2,000. And not only that, there was a debt that was repaid to her without even asking for it. She had forgotten all about it. Another student, she trademarked her business, published 2 books, and said that for the first time, she's found real happiness. Another student, his business, the profits jumped by 58% as a result of moving through this process. And he made a decision that he wanted to do a fundraiser to help another organization. He raised $11,000 in that same time period to help that cause. One student, and this is one of the first people that I worked with that joined me in this program. She was unemployed and looking for work. She also wanted to release weight. She had a job that she wanted to create. She had left her actually lucrative career to start this new business, and she wanted to get married. Well, guess what? At the end of the process, she got the job, she released the weight, she built the new business that is still thriving to this day. She got married. I was actually the wedding officiant, and they are still married today. Another student had this long dream and didn't know how it would happen. A dream to have a home in a mountain, in the mountains, by a body of water. Well, guess what? They manifested that home in the mountains, and it's steps away from a beautiful lake. Now, this is just the tip of the iceberg. There are so many things that are possible, and I hope as you're hearing this, you're thinking about the things that you may want to be, do, or have in 2026. If you want money, money is possible. If you want a job, jobs are possible. If you want a business, a new business, or expand your business, that's possible. If you want to publish books, that's possible. If you want to be happier, that's possible. If you want to release weight, that's possible. If you want to get married, that's possible. If you want your dream home, that's possible. Any and everything that you could think of or imagine, it is possible and has already been demonstrated through these very same steps that you will be walking through in this course. So here's everything you get when you join Best Year Ever. This is your 6-week path to happiness, radiant health, success, and money. You get 6 weeks of video lessons inside of the Multimanifestor app. That's a $397 value. You will get the guided life visioning session meditations, which I just talked to you about. That's with me. I'll guide you through that process. That's a $197 value. You'll get the 30-day mental diet detox process. $97 value. And you will also get 2 bonus sermon audio series, which will support this process that you're moving through. The seed, the soil, the tree, the fruit. I love that sermon series. I just talked about that process of the seed. Well, there's even more than that, because understanding that you are the seed, then you got to understand the soil. That sermon, which I love, do you have a fertile mind? Is your mind available for a seed to be planted? That's why we got to do the detox process. But then there's the process of seed developing into a tree. There's a whole process there. And then after you become a tree, are you fruit bearing? Right? And so this takes you through that wonderful process. Deep dive also reinforces the visioning process and reinforces this wonderful process that you'll go through to manifest and co-create your best year ever. Now, if all this did, just to think about it for a second, if all this best year ever process did was help you to discover the vision for your life, wouldn't it be worth it? I mean, wouldn't it be worth it to finally not be stuck? If all this did was clear your fear, would it be worth it? And please let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat if it would be worth it, or if in your mind it wouldn't. If all this did was give you a peaceful plan, would it be worth it? If all this did was help you trust yourself again, would it be worth it? What could this be worth to you? Let's just talk about real value here for a second, because so often, we'll hear these things and we'll come to webinars like this and it sounds good, but we don't take the next step. We don't invest in ourselves. And so my question to you is, how much is 1 year of peace, prosperity, and purpose worth? Just stop, take a breath. I want you to think about that for a second. If you could put a number on it, which is very hard to do, how much would 1 year of peace, prosperity, and purpose be worth to you? How much would you spend on therapy, coaching, or courses to get similar results? And more importantly, how many years have you already wasted feeling lost or stuck? The total value of the Best Year Ever course, if I were to charge the highest possible amount for all that is in this course, it would be over $1,100. But you're not going to pay that. You can get this course today, everything that I've named, all that's in it, plus some additional bonuses that I haven't mentioned yet, for as little as $5. The true total value, if you add everything up, is $1,115. The retail price, if you will, in this course, many of the people, the hundreds of people that have taken this course have paid $397 for this. But this year, today, the starting price is just $5. $5? Yes, just $5. But here's the thing. It goes up $5 with each sign up. So that means that the sooner you act, the less you pay. So now the real question is, what if it does work? What if this is the answer you've been praying for? What if this is the answer you've been looking for? What if this is the answer you've been asking for? Isn't this worth a few bucks, $5, and a few minutes of your time, about an hour a week? Even if this only did half of what I promised, that would change everything. So I'm encouraging you to say yes to yourself and let spirit and this process handle the rest. Now, I said there's some other bonuses that I didn't mention. And so one for you is a fast action bonus. For the first 20 people, and I'm so happy all of you that are here for this Sunday webinar, if you act today, you're going to be one of the first 20, because there's more people that are going to be a part of this webinar on Wednesday, and they may or may not be able to get this bonus. But the first 20 people that enroll will also get a live visioning session with me. So inside of the course, inside of the app, you'll have the recorded visioning session that I walk you through, and that's something that you'll have access to, lifetime access. But I want to add value to this, right? Because I know it works. It works for me. That's why I continue to use the process, and I've watched it work for hundreds of others. So this is a special live session where we align your spirit and sharpen your vision, answer questions about visioning. This is also, you can think of that as divine jet fuel to get you started on your best year ever journey. You'll walk away clearer, more confident, and deeply connected. Is there anybody that's still on the fence? Is there anybody that still has some doubts, still has some worries? Well, let's smash those right now. Let's smash the 5 biggest objections right now. If you're hesitating, I get it, right? I get it. But let's talk about what's really going on. If you're thinking right now, well, I don't know what I want. Good. Because that's what this process is about. That's why you need this process, because it's going to help you tap in to what the highest part of you actually wants. Some of you may be saying, well, I failed before. I signed up for a class like this, but then I never watched the videos. Well, that's what one of my students, Celeste, she went through the same thing. The one that I just told you, that she released the weight, got the job, started her thriving business, and got married. She was in the same place, but now she's thriving. And now she's married, and now she has a successful business. If you're saying, well, I'm spiritual, I'm not religious, hello, welcome. That's me as well, right? This course, while it has a spiritual basis, it is designed for you to work with the God of your understanding. Whatever name for God you use, whatever religion you claim or don't claim. This works for all. I've literally had atheists move through this course with me, and they have had powerful results. I know it works for everyone. You might be thinking, oh, well, I'm too busy. I got too many things going on. This takes less than 60 minutes a week, less than an hour a week. You just go through one lesson each week and do the assignments, and it gives you your life back. This is one of those important things. We do not invest in ourselves at the level that we should. We invest in others, but we do not invest in ourselves. And when you skip over yourself, then that investment in others is really a sacrifice. What I'm asking you to do right now is to no longer sacrifice your goals, your dreams, your plan. Do not sacrifice your 2026. Some of you are working in jobs that you hate, but well, it's a good job and it could be worse. Some of you are working in jobs that you hate, but well, other people are struggling right now to find a job. I should be grateful. Take the time that you have and invest it in this moment. Some of you may be saying, well, I don't have the money. Well, that's why I'm doing this wonderful thing. It just starts at $5. Yes, again, this course, I've been teaching this course for over 10 years. It was $397. I've discounted it in different ways over the years, but it is worth $397, right? Even with all the other bonuses, it's still worth even more, over $1,100. But this starts at just $5. And if you're honest with yourself, that $5 coffee that you bought is making you anxious and jittery. This is going to help you thrive. This is going to put a smile on your face. This is going to open your eyes and open your mind to new possibility and support you in making 2026 your best year ever. So here's what to do right now. To start your best year ever, you're one decision away from a total shift. So let's call it in. All you have to do is go to this website. I created this specific website. I'm going to put it in the chat as well. It's this unique URL. If you go anywhere else, if you go inside the Multimanifestor app and try to purchase this, you're going to be charged $397. Go to this URL, bestyearever.store. And what you will see, you can go there right now. I would love for everybody to go there right now, unless you're watching on a device that you can't do that right now, because I want to make sure you have the URL in one of your open tabs. And what you'll see it there. The button says $5. When you click that button, a countdown starts. And so somebody might take the $5 before you. It could be at $10 already right now. So you click the button, you're going to see the countdown again. It's going to jump. Somebody else is going to grab it before you. But again, what's so beautiful is you all are here on day one. No one else has been given access to this URL except all of you, right? So that means each and every one of you can get a powerful discount on this. So choose your price. It starts at $5 and you'll get immediate access. Check your email. You'll receive an email with the login details and information. If you already have a login in the Multimanifestor app, then all you have to do is log in and you'll see it there. It'll be available in your list of courses. If you don't have the Multimanifestor app yet on your phone or on your device, then what you want to do is download the app, create an account, the same email address, that you used to pay, and then you'll be all set, right? And so then at that point, join the coaching calls. As you get that information, start visioning and feel the shift within days. Now you may be asking me, what are the coaching calls? I want you to see this because this is another bonus that I didn't mention. So let's add it up one more time. You're getting over $1,100 in value for a tiny investment that, again, it grows with each sign up. So it's a 6-week course. You get app access. Again, that's $397 value. The guided visioning sessions, $197 value. The 30-day mental diet detox, $97 value. The bonus sermon series, audio series. One of the things I love about having these audio series in the app is that you can access them offline. So once you've opened it and listened to it, then if you happen to be somewhere where you don't have internet access on your phone, if you've opened that sermon, you can listen to it, right? But then there are also 3 live group coaching calls, right? So, because I want to support you as you're moving through this process, you're not alone. So maybe, as I said, you may be someone that's like, oh, I forget to watch the videos. Well, beautifully enough, you're going to get reminders because you're going to get reminders from me to watch the videos, but you're also going to get reminders to join the live coaching calls. So that's going to give you some support live from me. You're also going to hear and see what others are moving through and how they're using the process. And so that'll give you some support and encouragement and inspiration. Okay. And then, of course, right now, there's the fast action bonus, a private live visioning session for the first 20 people that sign up. That is priceless. Again, this total value is over 1,100, but it starts at $5. And I saw a pop up. I saw there's some folks that are already signing up. And so the number is already going up. This isn't just a course. This is a calling. Your best year ever isn't a dream. It's a decision. And that decision starts right now. Everything you could ever want starts with a decision, and you're one decision away from changing your life. So step into a year of clarity, step into a year of joy and spiritual power. Come and connect with like-minded, soul-aligned people on the same path. And let Spirit guide you to more than you thought was possible. I want to make sure that you see that URL there again on the screen. You're not here by accident. This is your moment. So say yes, walk through the door and watch what unfolds. Something guided you here for a reason. Something in your soul knows that it's time. It's time to stop living the same year over and over again. It's time to start living your best year. So say yes and trust the rest to unfold, knowing that Spirit's got you. Go to bestyearever.store and sign up. Awesome, awesome. I'm just going to look through the chat here for a moment. If anyone has any questions, we can hang out for a little bit. But I see you're welcome. I see the thank yous. You're welcome, and you're welcome. You're welcome. So excited. Yes, yes. The number is already going up. The live group calls, they're going to happen once a month. So there'll be one this month. There'll be one in November and one in December. You're welcome. I will be sharing the recording with you all, but yeah, definitely let somebody know about it. It's a wonderful entry price to come in and to experience this powerful, powerful process. So I love and appreciate y'all. Please enjoy the rest of your day. All right. Bye for now.